Welcome to Daily Life Connection as we continue to explore who God is and what difference that makes in our lives. Yes, we're still on the deck today, just enjoying this wonderful, beautiful summer that we have. I won't be doing this out here in January, at least I don't intend to. It certainly would look different than it does today. In Hebrews, we have a wonderful verse that says that, talking about Christ, who is the author and finisher of our faith. The God who is the finisher. That's what I want to talk about today. You know, in Isaiah, he talks about the plans that I have laid, they will come to pass. God doesn't start something and not finish it. Now, this is really good news because he started you and me. And if he started you and me, he will finish us. Now, not as in he'll take us out, but he will complete the project. He will complete what he began in us. In Philippians 1:6, one of my very favorites, he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion. He'll finish it. In this world, there are so many people who are good starters, but not very good finishers. You know, my dad talks often, now in his later years, about I want to finish well. I want to finish well. That's a reflection of the heart of God, because God is a finisher. God finishes what he started. The process of refinement and transformation in our lives, restoring that image of God in us, he will finish that. He'll get it done. You can count on that. It's wonderful, isn't it, when we have somebody that we assign a project to or a job to, and we know they'll finish it. We know that it will get done, and it will be done well. And that's our God. He will finish what he started. His plans won't fail. He isn't going to give up in the middle of the project. Sometimes we do. Sometimes we get tired, or we get weary, or we get frustrated, or we can't figure out how to get it finished. That's never going to be God. God finishes. He's a finisher. He finishes well. You know, it's not just about running the race, it's about finishing the race. Isn't it wonderful when you see those movies or those videos of somebody who's running a marathon, and yeah, you get the winner who breaks the tape in excuse me, in record time, and the crowd cheers. But you know, oftentimes the behind the scenes story is that person that has some kind of a disability, or that person who partway through cramped up but kept going, that person who twisted their ankle on the 3rd mile, but they're still walking on the 26th mile. It may be hours and hours later, but they finish. And the camera is there to capture it. And maybe a lot of the crowd is gone, but those that are there is an admiration. There is an honor given to the finisher, the one who hung in there, the one who finished the race no matter what. That's our God. He's never going to give up. You know, it may look in our world like things are off the rails. It may look like the plans God has for his people are not coming to pass. It may look like, we're in the middle of a hailstorm while we're still racing. We're not anywhere near the finish line yet. But the good news is this: God is a finisher. He'll get us home. He'll get us there. Because he will finish. He'll finish. And whatever we're in, the tragedy that we're going through, or the sorrow that we're in, or the peril that we're in, whatever it is, we can be assured God will finish with us. He'll hang in there with us. He won't bail out. God's not a God who bails out. He's a God who finishes what he started. And you know, let me just kind of summarize it here for us. God's plan from the beginning of creation was to bring it into full harmony with his glory and who he is. To restore earth to its glory. That's always been his project. And with Jesus, oh, isn't this good? Jesus on the cross, in that act, What did Jesus say? It is finished. What God planned, he finished in Jesus. And the end of the old age of the evil having the upper hand was finished. The new creation has begun. And that's because God is a finisher. And so he finished on the cross the downward slope of humanity and the earth. And now he's going to begin to build this new creation, this new kingdom. And in Ephesians chapter 1 it says that the mystery of his will is, his plan is to gather up all things in Christ, to restore everything. In the book of Revelation it says, I will make all things new. He'll finish. He'll get it finished. So yeah, we're a project in the works, and our world is a project in the works. But he will get it finished. So we can rest in that today and delight in the God who finishes what he started. God bless. We'll talk again tomorrow.